Hi everyone, my name is Cindy. I'm the admin of SoCal Asian Connection, and I'm here with Vietnamese Creatives Collectives, also known as VCC. Can you all please introduce yourselves?
Sure, Cindy, thank you so much for having us today for this wonderful interview. My name is Zui Vietnamigo. I'm also the moderator of SoCal Asian Connection, but today for this interview, I would like to share with you all my role with VCC. I am the communications chair. Thank you so much for having us here.
Hi, I'm Dorsey. I run operations for VCC. I'm a videographer, photographer, and thanks for having us here.
Hi, I'm Brittany, and I'm also a moderator for SoCal Asian Connection, but for VCC, I am a general board member.
And unfortunately, some of our board members could not make it here today. They're here in spirit. Of course, we would like to introduce the rest of our board members and their role. So of course, first and foremost, our collective wouldn't have been possible without our president and founder of VCC, Kate Do Yuen Vu. Alongside, we have Julie Danby Huynh, who is the Events and Outreach Chair, and Evelyn Melin Pham, who is our Finance and Outreach Chair. However, one of our board members who is currently on the East Coast, she is joining us virtually through Zoom. So please introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Jacqueline Doe. I am VCC's Development Chair. I'm a writer, and I am tuning in today from Princeton, New Jersey.
All right, thank you for introducing yourself. So I want to start off with Brittany. So what is your next upcoming event, and when do you plan to officially launch?
So our first big event is Vec Quan Nha Coming Home. And Vec Quan Nha Coming Home is basically coming back to Little Saigon, which is about our heritage and really embracing our Vietnamese culture. Vec Quan Nha Coming Home is at Phước Lộc Thọ, or Asian Garden Mall at Westminster, California.
And it'll be on May 6th, Saturday, from 6 to 10 p.m. Tickets are currently on sale. All of the information can be found on our Instagram and all of our other socials. We hope to see you there. Thank you so much.
So what can we expect at this event?
So basically, Vec Quan Nha, we have a lot of contemporary artists that are showcasing their work, as well as we have drinks and just culture, food, really embracing Vietnamese culture on May 6th.
And a fabulous lineup of performing artists such as DJs, singers, dancers, all types of creatives. So we hope that you can come and celebrate with us at Phước Lộc Thọ.
That sounds like such an exciting event. I'm excited to be there and see everything pan out. This next question goes to Dewey. So tell us about how this organization started, what was your inspiration, and what was the end goal for VCC?
So VCC, we're a nonprofit organization where we strive to promote and create a space for AAPI creatives, specifically Vietnamese creatives, a place to network among like-minded individuals, and a place for them to hone in their craft. And we've also recognized that the Vietnamese diaspora, many of us have lost sight of their culture or aren't even aware of their culture at all. And we hope that through the creative arts, whether that be singing, dancing, visual arts, it can help unify, bring the community together. There's deeply embedded trauma within our culture through like the war and the generational traumas. So again, through the means of art, we can use that as a platform to heal ourselves and become one.
So I know that this organization is based at SoCal, but you're open to globally or just America? Like, can you tell me, I know this is like going off of our questions, but yeah, who's open to joining this group?
Anyone really is open to being a part of our organization. You don't have to be Vietnamese. Anyone that can really resonate and connect with our mission and what we stand for. The goal is to expand our organization and our mission across the globe.
Excellent. So this next question goes to Dorsey.
Hi.
So what was your most recent event and how did it go?
So our most recent event, technically there was two. So we had dinner recently from Phil Akashi. They generously hosted all of us, so a nice dinner. And like we got to socialize, we got to network with each other. And it was, I don't know, it was just a very wonderful time just to see everyone in a non-work environment. It was great. And then, but before that, one of our bigger events was our soft launch. And we had Charade Dance Academy. They were, amazing. They allowed us to use their venue to have a 50-person like mixer and like little show. We got to like socialize, and the community really just came together and supported us.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like this is a space that a lot of people have been wanting. And so you're getting these big turnouts. That's excellent. Okay, next question goes to Jack. So How are you planning on promoting Vietnamese presence in the creative world?
Well, we work on empowering emerging Vietnamese creatives to kind of pursue their craft. We share Vietnamese success stories. We offer events to network. We secure funds to give these Vietnamese creatives the platform to actually share their work and also help them gain resources to actually materialize their projects and goals. Wherever we see a lack of opportunity for our community, we work to create it ourselves.
So thus far, you've told me about social events, right? So how are you going to transform these social events into actually getting these creatives into the creative world and promoting their work?
Well, as a creative myself, I'm pretty introverted normally, and I feel like a lot of times it's kind of hard to promote your work when you're kind of a little scared of it. So what we've been doing is we reach out to these artists. We reach out to them personally, hit them up and be like, hey, we really love your work. We really respect it. We want to showcase it more. And I think when someone reaches out to you in that way, you're like, dang, they noticed. They really noticed me. They saw my work, and that feels really good. And we were really surprised, because honestly, I don't reach out to people that much, but I see Dewey do it. I'm like, dang, Dewey's reaching out to people. I see the feelings that come with it.
And to piggyback off of that thought, thank you, Dorsey. The whole point of establishing our organization is to continue uplifting and empowering each other. So thank you, Dorsey, for that
thank
sentiment.
you.
Yes.
So how has Vietnamese representation changed in the past few years?
Oof. It's changed quite a bit. So I would say the past 2 years, maybe let's just hit with 2 years. There's none. Zero. Very little things that we can talk about. But lately, after COVID, after Shang-Chi, and especially everything, everywhere, all at once, that just changed everything. Now we're having the sympathizer. We have one of our board mates who's in it too. Yeah.
Yes. So shout out to Evelyn Pham, who unfortunately couldn't be here today. She is actually one of the cast members of The Sympathizer out in 2024. Yeah. So be on the lookout. Yeah.
So we're actually in a somewhat uphill trajectory, and we just kind of keep going up. And keep
There's nowhere else to go but up from here. Yeah.
I definitely agree that there has not been a lot of representation in Hollywood with Vietnamese actors in general. And so I agree, Everything Ever All at Once with Ki Kwan, and then just recently Beef with Ali Wong. So I was really impressed that they actually did have Vietnamese language in the film. It's not very prominent.
Yeah.
It's a little line in her family.
But it's something, yeah.
It's something, and it means everything to us to hear that and see that.
Exactly.
So,
Oh, and speaking on Beef, actress and comedian Hồng Đào. She also was featured in an episode. I grew up watching her skits on Paris by Night, to those who are familiar. What a great time to be AAPI.
Yes. Who are your favorite Vietnamese creatives?
There's just so many, especially in this, day, time, and era. But I'm a singer-songwriter, so an artist that I can name from the top of my head that strongly resonates with me is Thuy. She's an R&B singer-songwriter, emerging superstar from the Bay Area. She's incredible. I look up to her a lot because she's a Vietnamese artist herself. Our names kind of rhyme. Thuy, Thuy. So just seeing her emerging at such a rapid rate provides artists like myself hope and reassurance that it is definitely possible as long as you put in the work, the commitment, and the work ethic.
Personally, I really like Brian Huang. He's one of our artists.
Yes.
He does beautiful work. The way he encapsulates our culture on just a little frame, I'm like, how did you do that?
Yeah.
It's amazing. And also, Plastic Tiara.
Plastic Tiara. Yeah.
He's, amazing in drag, really pushing our boundaries. He's putting us out there too.
Also normalizing the LGBT community as well. So just super important.
I really like Thuy the Bae, which is she's basically a chef.
Oh, the Instagrammer.
The Instagrammer. She just recently mentioned her announcement of starting her first restaurant, Didi, at We House.
My current obsession right now is actually Tuấn, and I don't know if I'm saying his name wrong because my Vietnamese is not super good, but he's a singer, and I think he was super popular. I've been Googling him this whole week.
A legend.
And just looking at the way his personality comes out on stage and his costumes, those outfits.
So elaborate, yeah.
He's just an icon.
Yeah. I remember it, yes. Thanks for jogging the memory. Oh, and then can't forget a beloved author, Carolyn Huynh. We've been fortunate enough to have recently connected with her, and she's been super gracious, super sweet, and beyond talented. So Shout out to all the creatives.
Thank you for all the wonderful recommendations. Okay, this one goes towards Jack or anyone else who's comfortable answering. So have you experienced any difficulties while trying to launch or gain support for this committee? And if so, what happened and how did you address that situation?
There's been a lot of difficulties. That's expected of any nonprofit group that's starting out. Most of our problems boil down to money, as do most problems in life. So there was a struggle to get things up and moving just because we started out with like zero funds, and a lot of our expenses have been fronted from our board members' own pockets. But we're starting to get a lot of donations, a lot of money coming in from supporters in the community. So we have a lot of goals and plans that look like they're going to be able to come to fruition.
We've also noticed, like through our experience of being a part of our nonprofit and being able to connect with so many creatives within our own community, it's pretty disheartening to see that there's still a lot of damage and tension within our own big community, and that's something that we as VCC is striving to change.
It shouldn't matter about the size, it's the long goal. Like, what's the big goal? Like, we want to grow and prosper as a community.
Exactly.
So we need to work together.
So far, you've told me about events that seem to involve the admission fees. Do you have events that are more affordable for members who don't have as much?
Oh, sure, absolutely. Yeah, we will have plenty of events in the future, networking mixers, community events, free of charge.
It also doesn't cost anything to interact with us on social media. On our Instagram page, we're always blasting, emerging creatives, and you can always support by liking the post, sharing, commenting. We're also always blasting like job opportunities on our social media. So if there's like a casting call or a need for a photographer or a model, like, you can always check out our Instagram page because we're going to be sharing those resources with you.
So this goes towards anyone. What does it mean to be Vietnamese?
Being Vietnamese is pretty much, to me at least, is accepting everything that my culture has done for me and what I can also do for my culture.
To me, being Vietnamese, I have accepted all of the hurt and the trauma that our previous generations dealt with, with like the Vietnam War, but to also understand that we as a community need to move forward and to establish a sense of unity.
I think for me, being Vietnamese, like if I can just say one word, it means being resourceful. Vietnamese people have gone through so much in history, and yet we end up being survivors because of our resourcefulness. And now, like, you see that resourcefulness kind of blossoming into a creativity. I feel like even when we don't have a lot, we make something out of it.
So do you want to tell us again your socials?
On behalf of VCC, Cindy, thank you so much for giving us the opportunity, the platform to talk about who we are and what we stand for. Again, if you wish to follow us and connect with us, please follow us on all of our social media platforms, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, at The Viet Creatives. Email us at thevietcreativescollective@gmail.com. Thank you so much for your support, and we hope to see you at our community event, Về Quê Nhà, May 6th and beyond. Thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye!